Okay, so going back, we're going to talk to you a little bit about the plans and the progress that we've made regarding geology training, where we can really enabling the Artemis science. We could go to the next slide, please. Next slide.
I'm trying. There you go.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh, these colors are wild. Okay, so I've talked about this before, and we've been working really for almost 15 years on developing the plans for training the crew members for going back to the surface of the moon. And we have this 3-phase program. The first phase, where we've been working with new astronaut classes as they come in, where we lay the foundation for geology and planetary science. And we give them basically a primer in Geology 101. We take them out into the field. We do this over the 2 years of their initial training. So we have them for 4 weeks, 2 weeks of classroom, 2 weeks of field, one of those in each of the 2 years. We also introduce them into basic planetary science. And then, and then we do take them into the field. We introduce them to really simple field concepts just to kind of get their geology legs, and we fold in expeditionary components. So we just finished doing that with the most recent astronaut class. The second phase, the building and maintaining skills, this is when we engage with members of the crew office between flight assignments or sometimes before flight assignments. There are many opportunities, and Kelsey talked about some of them, and Trevor's slides covered some of them in terms of operational tests, proficiency training, other field opportunities. And then recently, we've just developed a class called Lunar Fundamentals that we're providing to the crew office. Then finally, phase 3 is training the assigned crews for going back to the surface of the moon. And we're really excited that we're doing all 3 of these things right now for the first time ever. So this is where maintaining the theme of it's real, it's getting real, is that we have trained the Artemis 2 crew, and we're developing the curriculum for Artemis 3, which includes advanced planetary science classroom, extensive field work, and then integrated science and operations. And we work really closely with the EVA training office on this. So if we go to the next slide, please. So those are our plans, and now I'm going to tell you a little bit about the progress that we've made over the past couple of years. First of all, we have a training team, and there are many people I'm sure that are in the audience that are part of this training team. We don't do it by ourselves, that we're fully integrated with the NASA flight operations, and so that we work closely with the EVA training team, and we integrate our geology and our field training. And we think that this is going to be really important as we move forward into training crew members as well as community members to have basically the geology and the operational muscle memory to enable successful planetary science exploration. I already talked about the basic Earth and planetary science training that we provide for the new astronaut classes. And so the most recent astronaut class, the FLIES, that's the 4th class that we've provided this basic introductory geology field planetary science platform. So we've now trained the bulk of the astronaut office in this methodology. Then community training is also important. We have a Geology 101 class that we provide to flight controllers and flight operators and hardware and mission management community. And the most recent class we did in April, and many people in the room are included in this, included the flight controllers, some flight directors, the mission managers for both Artemis 2 and Artemis 3, some deputy AAs, EVA trainers, spacesuit and tool engineers. And so it gives them a sense of understanding the language of geology, and that's been really, really successful. Then, and we want to make sure that we continue the cross-training across the science and the engineering and the operations and the management communities, and that's going to also enable successful exploration. The 4th bullet we have on here are lunar fundamentals, and Sarah mentioned it too. Really excited. Our training team developed a basic, sort of Moon 101 class, a week-long class. We rolled it out in the spring. We're going to do another offering in the fall. We had the Artemis 2 crew, we had other astronauts, we had flight directors, we had EVA trainers, we had a couple of the training officers, and this was a basic introduction to the moon. And our goal is to be able to apply this to the entire astronaut class the office before flight assignment, so that they've got, in addition to their just basic geology and their basic field skills, they've got some basic lunar skills as well. And then finally, we are putting together, and we're going to be doing so this week with the training team, a detailed 24-month training plan with integrated lunar science, field science, and EVA operations. And part of this is going to be going to several different field locations so that we have integrated geology and operational training that's completely enmeshed together. And so we're really excited because we're making a lot of progress. We've got a ton of work to do, but that also it puts us in a really good place. And with that, I think I will hand off to Renee. I believe she's the next person in the lineup.